everyone, this is Crystal here with your full moon in Pisces tarot reading. Okay, this full moon is going to be taking place September 13th, Friday, if I'm not mistaken, at 9:33 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so in this reading today, I'm going to be channeling the overall energy of the full moon that we'll all be experiencing. For some of you all who live on the East Coast, of course, this will be on the 14th. Okay, but either way it goes, I hope these messages help in some way. So what I'm going to focus on first is the overall message of what this full moon in Pisces wants us to know. So let's see, let's get right into it. Where do I want you to go? Let's see. Yep, we'll put you right there. Okay, you all, so let's get into it. Of course, we know this energy comes with its extreme energy of psychic abilities and spiritual awakening. If you have not had a spiritual moment or awakening, like they say, you will definitely be getting it with this full moon. Now, of course, this can come with its anxiety, with its stress, with its confusion. It can even be dealing with hallucinations sometimes. Some of you also will be seeing energies that you're not used to seeing, or feeling energies that you're not used to feel. And what I mean by that is it can be extremely scary at first when you're going through this phase of being able to pick up on energy that is unseen. Whether you look at it through being a medium, or you look at it as being just having these clairvoyant or clairaudient abilities. But I would highly suggest groundedness through this time, because a lot of your deep emotional wounds are going to be coming to the surface. Things that you fear, things that you have thought you washed away but were actually still sticking around. A lot of you all with a lot of these cards that are here, this is not the time to play the victim. This is not the time to and it's hard. It's just like if you're having a psychotic episode, or if you're dealing with depression or anxiety, it can be really hard to say, oh, I'm not going to play the victim. I'm just going to think my issues away, or I'm going to not, it's not easy, but you have to start. And that's why I'm saying grounding yourself, a spiritual bath, keeping candles lit. Fire energy is also going to help. Even though this is a full moon in Pisces, I would highly suggest lighting some candles around your home, setting the mood to keep you calm. For some reason, I'm hearing that the fire within the candles will like absorb some of that negative energy, okay? And for my people who are not very spiritual, or who don't like to get into different spiritual practice, this can be just lighting a prayer candle, okay? It's not about how you do it necessarily, or what you pray to, or how it's just about releasing and letting go. And this full moon is definitely going to show us the ugly parts of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that we fear. A lot of this I'm feeling is like some of you all even having anxiety and fear when it comes to things within your bloodline that have been hereditary, whether it's mental illness, sicknesses, and things like that. Understand that the energy of Pisces purifies it all. It brings you out of the spirit back into the human flesh. So with this energy, yes, as confusing and as scary as it can be sometimes, it's actually a breakthrough. Pisces is this energy of the, I wouldn't say the savior, but that's the word that I want to use. That's the word that I'm hearing. It's this protective energy that is very selfless, that will put itself on the line and sacrifice itself to save and to help others. So someone will come up, because with all this Jupiter energy, which rules the energy of Sagittarius, we have all of that being highlighted within the Wheel of Fortune. This is speaking about a blessing and the emotions being amplified to detoxify. Everything coming to the surface in order to show you how blessed your life actually is. Because also with this energy, yes, it can be stressful, it can be scary with the death card, but it's ultimately about a transition. You have to be careful though, because the Page of Cups will make you emotionally overreact. Okay, let's just say you all, we see the movies, right? Movies are perfect example to use, because Pisces rules this energy of cameras and the big screen and movies and whatnot. So this is a good example to use. In the movies, on let's say it's a guy who has just found out he has these abilities to fly. Okay, and he just found out he has these abilities to fly, and his guardian angel appears to let him know not to fear. I can't think of that movie. It's like Perseus something. I'm not even going to try to remember, because I'm just going to get confused. But it's like in that moment where the fairy appears, or Cinderella, that's an easy one, where her fairy godmother appears, it can seem scary. And trying to tell somebody that, you would sound insane. But how much of our society feels a spiritual connection with these Disney movies and with these energies of escapism and being able to go to these other dimensions and having these psychic powers, whether you want to look at it from, abilities from like the movie Twilight, and being able to connect with these other realms that are unheard of. Something about, as much as we don't want to admit it, and as weird as it is, and it's not realistic and it'll never happen, something within our soul resonates with that as a society, because we like those type of things. Whether your escapism is through religion or through spirituality or through a Harry Potter movie, it doesn't matter. It's amplifying the energy. But like, to get back to my point, when that first moment comes of the guardian angel or the fairy godmother or God showing him or herself, it can be a scary freak out. Okay. And it normally comes at a very hard time. We have to keep in mind, our biggest breakthrough comes within our darkest moments in life. And the Three of Swords is talking about the heartbreak, the pain. For some of you all, this is with relationships coming to a head. For a group of you all, this is a very emotionally draining relationship that has just taken so much of you. And this full moon is putting it to a halt. And it's stopping that energy to bring in the healing energy of Pisces. Because Pisces also is this energy that wants to see you grow. It wants to see you expand. It wants to see you reach those heights. It wants your dreams to become a reality. But some of us don't know the difference. Some of us fear success. Some of us fear this energy of, we don't know the difference between a dream and a nightmare sometimes. And some of us get caught up in this. Now, keep in mind, your dreams will also be amplified during this time. A lot of you all are moving. literally like thinking about moving housing, and or mentally needing to move past certain things that have been unjust in your life, whether it's a court case, whether some of you all are dealing with a Libra. We have a lot of Libra, Cancers, heavy Scorpio energy here, and also Sagittarius energy with the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you all will be traveling, you will be moving. Just everything right now is kind of like, it almost gives me a glimpse into Halloween or something like that. It gives me this glimpse into this very spiritual, weird time, but also a time to connect with your ancestors and connect with the other side and to heal those deep wounds so that you can have the ultimate blessing of the Wheel of Fortune. Let's not forget, this is telling a story. We've been through a situation that was not fair. We were either lied to, we were taken advantage of, the cards that we were dealt just don't seem fair. But the Justice card is all about honesty. And if somebody has been lying to you, worse than anything, if you've been lying to yourself, you're going to have to move past this, because this is kind of like a divide that I'm feeling. It's like either you can stay on this side of emotional turmoil and hallucinations and mental disorders and issues of going over the top with things that do not serve you. I'm telling you, it'll also be a lot of crimes committed. And I hate to say that because I don't even like speaking that, but because people aren't in their right mind. So you're going to hear more stories about people snapping out, people, getting enraged over something that happened that wasn't fair, whether it was injustice, whether it was, whatever, heartbreak, snapping moments. You have to be careful because Pisces is still very mental. Now, yes, it rules all these beautiful things of charity, but it also rules mental asylums. So I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just letting you know that you have to find your power. You have to connect with the divine, because if you use this energy to your advantage, you can manifest your biggest dreams. With all this energy of Jupiter and Sagittarius and Pisces and Neptune, you can really make your dreams a reality, or you can get caught up in a nightmare. So the point of the reading is to move you to these higher levels of consciousness so that you can move past and realize, I am not my diagnosis. I'm not going to snap and have an emotional breakdown. And this is love. I'm hearing love. Someone will be there for you. Whether it's your connection with the higher power, your angelic guides, your mother, your father, somebody is going to just really, really prove to come through. And we have the soulmate card that tried to pop out. Yeah, a lot of people are going to meet their soulmates. And this is a divine union of understanding. Neither person wants anything from the other than love and support. But they don't focus on that because they are giving it to one another. So this is really going to bring about a lot of love highlights for you who have been wanting love or going through a situation of needing to find love. But no love can be found until the love is found within you. So the soulmate card is saying, be that partner that you want. If you want an honest partner, be an honest person. Being honest is being real to yourself. So this is beautiful. Let's see what other messages come out. You deserve love. You are lovable. Once again, highlighting on that Sagittarius energy. Okay. And I want to actually read this card to everybody because I feel like we all need this message. I think so many times we forget this. Okay, and it says, the romance angels are cheering you on your quest for great love by letting you know that you deserve it. As a child of God, you are naturally loving and lovable, as is everyone. You have the right to be treated with kindness and respect by everyone in your life. If you've had harsh life experiences, you may have blamed yourself and felt unworthy of receiving this affection. This card is a reassurance that you do deserve it. You're a beautiful being of God's pure light and love. No matter what any person has said or done to you, God's handiwork can never be undone. The more you affirm, I am lovable, I am loved, I am loving, the more this experience comes true for you. Affirmations help you believe spiritual truths at a deep unconscious level. This in turn allows you to attract positive people, relationships, and circumstances. And you definitely deserve that. So once again, let's embrace this energy of love and soulmate energy that is coming into our lives. Those of you who are already in a relationship, you will see your relationship go to even higher heights of love and understanding. And a lot of you all, this will open up the windows to a new business, to a new goal when it comes to, because the tower in the Leonard deck is not like the tower in the regular Rider-Waite deck. This card deals with like institutions. Yes, sometimes it can be some of you who are dealing with like a partner who's incarcerated or something like that, and needing to make that decision of, do I stay, do I go, is it worth my time, has this person shown me the real love that I deserve? Okay. But anyway, but others of you, this will be finally making the decision to get back into school, to join a new corporation, a new job. Like I said, a lot of you all will be traveling. So some of you all might be traveling for this new job or this new opportunity that presents itself with some type of organization. Don't be surprised if you are looking for a corporation or something like that to reach out, and they happen to reach out around this time. Okay. Now, also, it looks like this full moon, of course, is happening on the 13th, but pay attention to the 13th and the 19th. Pay attention to what happens on the 13th just within your life, and then come back to once the 19th comes, and see what has manifested since that time. What has changed? What reality shift has happened? Were you under this illusionary, sleepy, dreamy time of Neptune up until that point and finally snapped out of it and realized what it was? I would suggest journaling, or just, talking to somebody. Right now is not the time to hold anything in. This is a releasing point. So you all, that's really what I have. I hope this helped in some way. If you think a friend might enjoy this, share it with them. If you ever need to get a private reading with me, you can do so by emailing me at crystalneath@gmail.com. You all, I am so excited about this full moon. I know that it's going to heighten our abilities on so many different levels. And I know that it's going to bring so much good fortune into a lot of our lives. And who doesn't need that, right? So I hope you all have an amazing full moon in Pisces. I send so many blessings, love, light, energy your way, purity, and I hope you feel it. And I will definitely talk to you later.